What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Powerful Relationships. Join the email list. It is in the description below. And when you go over to my Instagram and you click on my bio, you will see a list come up and you will see all of my services there. I made it nice and easy for you guys to join everything. And if you don't have Instagram, everything's still in the description below, so you can't miss it. On the docket for today. Ooh. My facial hair is getting long, like it's getting long. I need to trim it. So, on the docket for today is, let's just go down the list. I have 2 lists of video ideas, so I have lots of shit to talk about. Why girls love it when you don't really give a shit. So, when you don't give a shit, you're unapologetically you, okay? And you might have this specific sense of humor, or you might have something that you like to voice your opinion on, or maybe the way that it actually mostly comes down to the non-verbal communication. So the way that your body language is. Are you making contact? Are your shoulders back? Is your chest out? Are you kind of like, you know, like if you're leaning back in a chair, are you taking up as much room as possible? Are you in an abundance mentality? Women love that. It's not necessarily they don't really give a shit. You don't, but it's the abundance and masculine mentality. And when you exude that, you're exuding confidence, and you don't really give a shit about what people do or say, and you're gonna be unapologetically you. Does that make sense? So let's see if I can remember somebody that really stood out. Like when I was in school, there were a few guys. Like, see, the thing is, when I was in school, like it was just it was random. Like it was regular. There was jocks, but I mean, like, you know, it was kind of like it was weird. It was just different. It wasn't like the movies or anything like that. Like it was just like kind of regular. I just went to class and went home and did my thing. It wasn't like there was cliques, but not really. But so, okay, yeah, pretty much everybody knows somebody that's kind of a ladies' man, right? So look at their body language. Look at how they're acting. Those people don't really give a shit if one girl ditches or one girl acts a certain way. Because because they know deep down in their core that they could find somebody within the next 15 fucking minutes. So they know deep down that nothing can shake these people. They know their worth, and they know that no matter who they are and who they come across as, there's gonna be somebody there that likes them. They're confident. They think that they are the best person in the room. They think that deep down in their head, right? And that's where you need to get yourself to. And that took me some time to get to. Like I got to the point where like I've had a lot of I've had like a few long-term relationships and some flings in between those. And I got to the point where I was just really, really comfortable in my own skin. But I have always not suffered, like that's the wrong, because I'm like not fat, but like I have always wanted to get my body to a specific place, and I was so self-conscious of it, and then like if I ever voiced it or said anything, they're like, bro, like you're like maybe a little chubby, but like, you're not fucking fat, like, and it's always it's just in your head, right? And you can actually use that you can use that to further yourself. So what I mean by that is, if it's all in your head negatively, right? If you try to condition your brain to think positive things, think you're the best person in the room, try to be a little bit cocky, a little bit arrogant, you know, be that life of the party, talk to everybody, smile, laugh. It's just the opposite. So think about what a negative person like at a party would be like. You know, they're not talking to anybody. They got a scowl on. They look like shit, basically, in their face. And then you just do the opposite of that. You know what I mean? So just be like confident, positive. Like, where does that come from? Living the life that you want to live, doing the things that you love doing, unapologetically. When you pretend to love something that you really don't love, you are fucking faking it. You're never gonna be that confident, masculine, fucking awesome person if you are hating your job, if you have something negative to complain about, if you're not working on your body. And there's gonna be a time where everything just fucking clicks and you're gonna be like, oh shit. And then you will have that realization, but then you're like, okay, I got a lot of work to do. And you start putting in that work on your body, and you start putting in that work with meeting new people. And that's the thing. People feel like people, especially in my generation, they're so fucking entitled, and they think that things should be given to them. Oh, fuck, man. And it's like, you got to earn it. You got to earn that shit. You got to develop. You got to develop that fucking swag if you don't have it. You got to practice. And how do you get better at talking to girls? You fucking talk to girls more and more and more. You practice and practice and practice until you get so fucking good at it that, it's nothing to you. Even so you treat all women the same, whether they're overweight, old, beautiful. Treat them all the same, because when you do that, then you come across as you, right? So what you could do if you want to start building up your confidence with women is go to public places, okay, malls, coffee shops, wherever there's kind of like a public place. Walk around and make eye contact, because that's actually pretty scary for people. If you're already good at that, move on to the next one and just go talk to them. Strike up a conversation. You can go out into a store and actually ask women for their opinion. Say there's a shirt that you like, right? You could be like, hey, you know what? I just want to ask you for your opinion real quick. Do you have a minute? And they'll be like, yeah, of course. Or if they say no, just be like, fuck you then, and go on to the next girl that's in the fucking place. And you could be like, what do you think of this shirt? Like, and then just put it up to you and be like, do you think this looks good on me? And then you start smiling and shit. And then, yeah, maybe it sounds a little bit fucking corny, but do it. All right. And then but what you're doing is you're creating rapport, right? And then she's going to tell you, and you could be like, yo, just be honest. What about this shirt over here? Do you think this one would work better with the way I'm dressed? Like the way I look? Like, what do you think? And fuck, man, you could have a fucking day-long conversation with a girl about that shit. If she really is into clothes, and if she likes you, she might like you. She might think that you're good looking or whatever. And fuck, man, the sky's the limit. You could sit there and do this all day. And in a weekend, you could fucking change your confidence with women overnight, actually. If you go to the mall from when the mall opens, I don't do that in the morning. Go like afternoonish and just fucking start talking to girls. And then you'll actually start to see that not everyone, even if they're good looking, they're not really that cool. You know what I mean? So many people get so fucking strung up about beauty. And then you fucking talk to them and it's like talking to a tree. You're like, what the fuck? Do you even have like a personality? And this is one more thing. There are guys that I am coaching and that I know personally that get hung up on one woman that they've never spoken to. And what's fucked up is they'll be so caught up in their beauty, and it's like, yeah, you don't even know what she's like. And then like they'll get like a boyfriend and they're like all sad about it, and it's like, fuck. And it's like, dude, just go ask her for a fucking phone number or whatever, right? Ends terribly. And it's like, well, how do you won't know if you don't ask. Fuck. Anyway, I'm going off. But they love it when you don't give a shit, because you don't give a shit. And you're not going to be you're basically the complete opposite of like what a stalker or like an over pursuer would be. You're the opposite of those creepy guys, and that's what women love. They love that shit. They love guys that just march to the beat of their own drum. They love it because they know that they can't have their way with him. They'll have the most fun with a guy like that. It's unpredictable. It's mysterious. It's fun. All right, guys? Take my advice. If you're bad at talking to girls, take my advice. Start with eye contact. Start with that. When you're done with that, practice that. And yeah, it might be weird at first. And if you get some weird looks, just be like, oh, sorry, I thought you're a friend. Like if they're like, what the fuck are you looking at? If they say something like that, just be like, Sorry, I thought you were somebody I knew. And they'll be like, okay, whatever. And they'll keep fucking walking, right? So try that shit and let me know how it works. All right, guys, take it easy. That's it for this one. Bye. Done.